Sister episodes. You know what this calls for? A dual episode special. And this is in no way an attempt to be lazy and do only one video. I kid. If you have not noticed from my constantly changing formats, I like to experiment around, and this sister coincidence provides an excuse for that. So let's begin with Somepony to Watch Over Me. One thing I appreciate about Somepony to Watch Over Me is how the CMC feels smart once more, and driven by realistic motivations. Wanting to be treated as an adult is a near universal desire for any children of any age.
I'm not tired!
The actions they take to achieve this desire are believable as well. Heck, let me just give you a real world translation. Apple Bloom takes her older sister's paper route to prove she is mature enough to stay home alone. Unfortunately, that paper route went through the worst parts of, let's say, Detroit. Does that not sound like a sitcom concept to you? AJ smothering is understandable as well, and best summarized by her own words.
I'm ready for this.
I guess you are. I'm just not so sure I am.
When confronted with the idea that her baby chick is starting to leave the nest, she sort of hits the emotional panic button. This is also a very extremely popular concept in family sitcoms. The overprotectiveness does lead to some good payoffs as well, with that awesome fight sequence. That would have been more than 20% cooler if the Chimera's mouths would have remained shut. All of the Chimera's intimidation goes out the door with the Three Stooges act. I mean, just listen to them.
Where are the pies?
They're not back here. This is your fault. You think you've always got to be in charge.
So, intimidation is not everything. This is My Little Pony after all. However, I thought we might get some good sister over your shoulder symbolism here in its place, where Apple Bloom works out her sister problems through the Chimera. But nope. And what the hay is with the point of the cheese? The action sequence, while admittedly awesome, also sets up an awkward resolution. This episode's true focus was AJ learning to let go, but you can survive meeting a three-headed mythical creature, so I believe in you lesson just sort of feels forced and not fitting. More time should have been spent having her to come to terms with her sister growing up, and Apple Bloom should have shown herself to be more mature and independent than just pushing a cart into the bush. What I appreciate most about Mod Pie and Mod Pie is how the others play off her. She herself is a poor man's Raven, but all the jokes from the rest of the main six interactions with her are pretty memorable. Particularly Rainbow Dashes.
We spent all day digging in the dirt,
And he was in her pocket the whole time?
On the bright side, Boulder seemed really sweet. He's a rock! I guess you won this one, Maud.
I'm not really into winning.
That pony is a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an igneous. Don't you mean inside an enigma? Nope, I mean igneous.
It's a kind of rock. Ask me how I know that.
However, Mod Pie's best moments, like AJ's, is when she saves her sister and shows some emotional investment. Also, the nice sentimental scene at the end. We also get to see a bit of comic book continuity, I think.
These spiders only live in Ponyville, and even though they may look a teeny bit scary, they're actually very sweet and help keep other more dangerous insects away.
Let me just say I really did enjoy this episode, which is a warning that, yeah, I'm about to go on a short rant about its one critical flaw. There's no conflict. The main issue they try to inflate is that the rest of the main six not connecting to Mod Pie, just like Pinkie Pie does, is a huge deal. It's not. It's not that they hate her, they just don't connect. To summarize, big fucking whoop. This is a painfully everyday occurrence. To put in context, it's like if I made a big deal about not being friends with everyone in one of my college classes. Even if several are friends with my other friends, it's just not that big of a deal. It's actually part of life itself. You can't be friends with everyone. Simply put, there is no stakes or significant conflict for the main six just not connecting with Maud, and her passiveness about the whole thing doesn't add any conflict there either. See, Griffin to brush off worked because there was distinct conflict created by the tension because, you know, Gilda was a jerk. Like I said, not connecting to your friends' other friends like they do is an everyday occurrence, not something you leave town over. The resolution also rivals Castlemania in cringe-worthy predictability. Wow, we share a bond where we both love Pinkie. Come on, you're supposed to be the smart one, Twilight. The way the episode currently is presented reminds me why the Looney Tunes, the true Looney Tunes, episodes are only about 10 minutes. They're built around one gag, and that gag can be hilarious for 10 minutes. But it can't hold a full 30-minute show. That's including ad time. This episode's one gag was, well, Mod Pie, and it was entertaining for a while. However, it starts to run thin around Act 3. I have to agree with past analysts' opinion that this episode would have been stronger if it would have focused on Pinkie Pie's point of view instead of the main six, where Pinkie Pie trying to force the rest of the main six to be friends with her sister creates the conflict itself, and the lesson being your friends won't always be friends with the other friends. Which is a very realistic lesson because the friends I'm going to a shooting range with are rarely the friends I'm doing documentary work with. It is sort of interesting how contrasting these sister episodes are, with both star sisters being opposite ends of the emotional expression extremes. AJ being bombastic, while Maud, well...
I've never seen her more excited in my entire life!
However, while AJ's role is controversial and overplayed, I'll admit, it does create enough conflict for a story. Mod Pie, not so much. There's no genuine conflict for the second and third act of Mod Pie, so the structure just sort of falls apart, needing more than a great joke for a good full TV episode story. However, those jokes are what saves this episode, as they are some of the best humor of the whole season. Still, as a full episode of MLP, Somepony to Watch Over Me is better structured and overall better crafted, so I have to give it 3 hoofs out of 4 and Mod Pie 2 hoofs out of 4. Well, till next time, keep calm and an open mind.
Now that you mention it, we never did finish our match, did we? Are you for real? That girl is you?
Yep, surprise.
Yeah, this doesn't look like you at all. And wait, you said you were picking a fight with Urza?
Keep calm and an open mind. Well, I'm just glad I was able to cover all the sister episodes in one fell swoop.